Hi friends, in this tutorial we are going to move gradient along a path once again. We have done so in our previous tutorial whose link is given in description below. But difference between both is that last time we did it for 4 colors only and this time we will make it happen for multiple colors. So let's see how to do it. First of all, take a look what we will create. Okay, so gradients will move along the path and after some interval, path will vanish too. Alright, let's create a new composition. I'm using 1280 by 720 pixels with black background and the duration is merely 5 seconds. Now, first thing first, use pen tool, obviously without any fill, and stroke value should be high enough so that gradient will reflect into the path. Now just create a random path, whatever you like. Now it's time to fill this path with gradient. But the problem is in After Effects, there is only 2 types of gradients. One uses only 2 colors and another uses only 4 colors. And that's our real problem. But we have a solution for that. First, apply gradient ramp effect on it, which is in Generate submenu. And you can see it will allow only 2 colors. In order to change it, apply a new effect under color correction, choose colorama, and you will have this beautiful multicolor gradient. Now to control these colors, go to Output tab under Effects Control, and by this color wheel you can change whatever color you want. Like you can move these colors around the circle, and on the path you can clearly see the effect. Colors are changing their position and amount of distance as well. Okay, now if you don't want any color on this board, just drag it out using left mouse button and it will be there no more. And if you want to add new one, just click on this empty space anywhere on the circle, choose a color, and it will add the new one. You want to change its color again? Just click on it and change the color. It's very simple. Well, I don't want this color. Now, next task is to move the gradient along the path. And for that, we will use our previous tutorial's trick. And once again, if you haven't watched that, link is given in description below. Now let's create a null object. Our aim is to move this null object along the path, and then we will control the start and end points of the gradient with this null object. Sounds complicated? Let's make it simple. So let's dig out shape properties of the path and press Ctrl C on Windows or Command C on the Mac to copy this path. Now select the null object and hit P key to open position parameter. Keep this selected and paste the path, pressing Ctrl V or Command V. What it will do? It will just move this null object along the path. You can see here, okay? And this circular keyframe, this is row across time. It means if I move this keyframe, in between keyframe or keyframes will move along the last one. So animation timing will remain constant always. Let me undo it. Now if we go under Effects menu in Gradient Ramp, you will see here we have start and end points of the gradient. In order to control both, we need 2 null objects. So let's duplicate the null object, pressing Ctrl or Command D, and let's open position parameter. Now we have to link start and end point to the first and second null object. So press and hold Alt or Option key and click on this stopwatch. It will allow us to add expressions. Now just using pick whip, parent it to first null object's position, apply it. See, colors have changed a lot. Now do the same with the endpoint and parent it with the second null object's position. Okay, now there is a uniform color on whole path, which is probably last color on the wheel if we go from right to left. But if you move playhead, you will get nothing. That's because both null objects are overlapping each other because they are following the same path. So we just need to create time interval between both. Now if you check this again, gradient will follow along the path. What's happening here? When first null object moves, start point of gradient moves with it. And after some interval, when second null object moves, endpoints follow it. That's why gradient is flowing, okay? Now it's up to you how fast or slow you want this to happen. But another thing I want here is to hide the path. So let's create some room for path to start. It's happening in this way now. Let's go to shape layer and trim path here. Expand it and you will get start and end points here. And I'm going to do it quickly. At first frame, add a keyframe to the endpoint and put its value to 0. Now after some interval, maybe here, make it 100. So it will create the path this way. Now when path is generated to some extent, and I'm telling you once again, it's totally up to you. We are going to vanish it from start point. So add a keyframe to start, go to the end of the animation and change it to 100. Now let's check it. Great. Hope you have learned something new. So subscribe our channel and click on the bell icon. It will encourage us to bring more for you. And also if you want to learn After Effects from scratch and want to build awesome motion videos, we have a 7 hours dedicated training for you. Link is given in description below.